Hi everyone, I'm Jaylee and welcome to my money diary. Today I'm going to be doing a cash reallocation of $500. Honestly, I saved $500 using really just 3 simple steps, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did while we reallocate those funds. So grab a drink, get cozy, and let's get right into it. All right, I'm going to bring out my cash tray. Also, y'all, I have my AC running. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is while I'm editing, I'm gonna see if maybe I can reduce the noise. And I did bring y'all in a little bit closer. So let me know if you like being all up and close. The first binder that we're gonna go into is my sinking funds. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip to savings. And then this money is actually part of this challenge. This is a monthly savings challenge that Yancy over at Budgeting My Debts, she does it every month, and this is my 3rd month participating. And part of the reason why I wanted to make this video and really break it down on how I saved these $500. Well, actually, I think it's a little bit more than $500. So I am pre-filming before we finish April. So I just rolled my die and I got 6, so I put $6 in here. So this should be $114. So you have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. I do have my cats here as well, so I do apologize if they are running around during this video. Okay, so we have 115 from this challenge. It's not really a challenge, but I guess it is, but I'll explain that a little bit more. All right, then we're gonna go into my savings challenges. I completed 2 in the month of April. Actually 3. All right, so this should be, I think, $41 or $46. This was a freebie from Savings with Grace. And we have 20, 30, 40, 45, 46. So I believe that is correct. I'm just gonna bring in my little heart that I store my paper clips in real quick. Okay, the next one is, this is from Daisy Budgets, and this saved me $150. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50. 150 is correct. And then my last savings challenge that I saved in April, this is from Blossoming Prosperity over on Etsy. And this should have saved me $125. We have 100, 20, and 5, so that is correct. And we are done. Well, actually not done, but we are done with this binder. Okay, and the last binder we're gonna get into is my monthly savings challenge. So for this binder, I do actually carve out money to put in here every single month. I get paid bi-weekly, so that means I'm budgeting this out every 2 weeks. So this is the only challenge that I actually budget for my paycheck. And again, I'll explain a little bit what I mean by that. So for April, we should have saved $90. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90. All right, so that is correct. Okay, everyone, now that we have all of the money, let's go ahead and just count it up real quick. And I just realized I have 5s in here. Why? All right, let's see how much we saved in the month of April. So we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 400. For 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500, 505, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Wow, we saved $525 for the month of April. Go ahead and put this back. I had to make do a thumbnail picture real quick. So we have a lot of moolah to work with, and I already have a gist of what I want to do. Okay, before I bring out one of my binders to start reallocating this cash, I do want to present step number 1, and number one is budgeting your variable expenses. And for variable expenses, I mean gas, groceries, eating out, having or giving yourself some sort of allowance, coffee spending. You are able to set aside money for those expenses that continuously fluctuate. The first step is to budget your variable expenses. And as I'm saying that, I'm taking out my bills binder because I actually owe myself $25 because I went over a limit. So I'm gonna pay myself back 20. This is a nice 20. Let's see, 20. 5. Perfect. I bought 2 shirts, one for me, one for my boyfriend. So I'm gonna put this in my debt, which is gonna go straight to my credit card, and I'm paying this off. So yeah, I'm not accruing interest on it. That's the main thing. The second binder I'm gonna go into is my sinking funds because I still owe myself some moolah. So we're actually gonna go into, beauty because I owe myself $20. And speaking of which, look, you see this is the money I had already spent, and all I did was paperclip it. And this brings me over to my second point. Second point is track your spending. Money coming in, money coming out, specifically your purchases. Tracking your spending is so important when it comes to really gauging and knowing, one, how you're spending your money, 2, being able to decide if you need to be a little bit more you need to fluctuate your budget a little bit more by giving a category more or giving a category less, and or seeing how you're overspending if you are. That being said, I overspent for my beauty. I need $20 more, and that's what I'm gonna give myself. I had a pedicure with my mom and my sister. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this. So I'm actually going to, how much I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. This should be 80. Let's see, 20, 40, 50, 60. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Rewind. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85. Perfect. And then, but this is 90, but I might get back to this if I have extra money. But the first thing I needed to do was just pay myself back with this. And that's what I did. Now we're gonna go into vet appointment. And vet appointment is actually gonna get $100. And I'm trying to see how I wanna do that. I wonder if I can make change. It's fine, I'm gonna give the $100 to vet appointment. So these are for my 2 fur babies, Tigra and Yuna. So now vet appointment has 120, 125, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 130. Amazing. And I believe that's all I want to put in here. Yeah, this is all that I want to put in here. Oh, actually, psych. Deposit is me saving for a deposit to move out. We're actually gonna mark this 20 right over here. We're gonna put a 20 in deposit, and let's see how much we have now. So now we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120. That is amazing. Okay, so for right now, we are done with this binder. All right, so this is gonna be for my 10K savings challenge. And this brings me to my third point. The third point is moving your leftover money. So there is a very specific formula that I felt worked for me and my budget, because for a little while I was supporting my boyfriend and I and our 2 cats off of just one income, which was my income. I do believe that a lot of people and a lot of families are struggling, and me just supporting myself, another person, and 2 cats, I definitely felt that a little bit, which is part of the reason why I wanted to make this video, because the reality for people right now is that realistically not everyone is making $1,400 per week. And I wanted to provide very much tangible steps to help you grow your finances if you are the sole provider in your family. And this is where my heart is at as of right now. I definitely realized a good way for me to save money was to, 1, budget my variable expenses. So budget gas, groceries, my eating out money, my spending money, as well as having a buffer in my budget for when I got paid. What I did was every week I tracked my spending with what I spent, and then any money I did not spend that week out of those categories, out of those envelopes, I automatically put it into savings. And I just want to say, if I was able to do this, you can do it too. One of my main goals this year is to pay down debt. And I have been doing this and saving money for my 10K savings challenge. And today I get to complete section 1, which is $1,250. I'm not going to lie, this right here was a little bit of a struggle, because there were sacrifices that I had to make in order to achieve this goal. But one thing that I want to point out is consistency. Being able to stay consistent with tracking my variable expenses, tracking my spending, and being disciplined to take those leftovers and putting it into savings is what allowed me to even finish this section right here. So I wanted to do it on camera. I wanted to do it with you all. But we are going to be putting in $75, $60, $60. So this should be $195. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. 195. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and count this up. Well, I guess let me color in my little strawberries first, because it's so satisfying. All right, so I colored it in, and I actually did not expect for me to feel this emotional, but I feel very emotional. And I know that this is just part of the 10K savings challenge. Wow, it's like, you know, I watch a lot of creators, right? And I've seen moments like this, right, that they have. And it's like, for the first time I'm experiencing it also. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea I was gonna be this emotional. But this just goes to show you that budgeting, cash stuffing, savings challenges, tracking your spending, all of that works. I'm gonna count this with you. I'm gonna wait till I'm done being emotional. I'm gonna count it. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, $400, $400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 65. So 165 plus 165. So plus 395. I'm over $10. Y'all, I'm over $10. Did I count it right? It's fine. The more the merrier. I don't know if I counted it right or not. I'm gonna double check, but still, wow, all I can say is just glory to God. Like, thank you, Jesus. And y'all, I literally saved this much. There were just some parts where I did budget, like some of the bigger ones, if I had like an extra paycheck or a bonus, because I've been doing this since December. So from December to April, this is how much it's taken me to save this much to put towards my debt. So yeah, everyone, it's crazy. This video is already taking forever, so I'm just gonna try to hurry it up and speed it up. Oh, and I'm gonna start this one, and I'm gonna put $20 to start. And I'm actually gonna do 2 tens. And I'll color the strawberry later. So section 1 has been completed. And for whatever reason, y'all, I cannot find my little Sharpie, so I'm just gonna do my big one. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Woo, section 1 completed. All right, I'm gonna wait for this to dry. Okay, let's see how much money we have left. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 100 and actually, I know what I'm gonna do with this. We have more, but I know what I'm gonna do with this. All right, let's go into my vacation binder. And we're gonna put the $100 in vacation. If you are new, I'm going to the Dominican Republic for my first cousin's wedding in July. We were notified in February, and now I'm trying to save up as much as possible. I've already paid my portion for the Airbnb that my sister found, and I already paid for flights as well. So now we can do 10 little icons for vacation. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have $20 in the bank, so $20, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 205, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 230. Wow. That's amazing. This should have dried by now, so we should be good. Okay, so now we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35. So I'm actually gonna put $20 in beauty. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so we do a little mixture. All right, I'm gonna put $15 into Mother's Day since Mother's Day is coming up. So now Mother's Day has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 105, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 120. Awesome. Okay, perfect. All right, and then we're gonna go back into my, sorry, I had to there's something in my throat. Beauty, because I want to get a pedicure soon. So I have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. $25. Great. Okay, perfect. All right, everyone, and we're done with today's cash reallocation. So I did reallocate $500, which I got to complete. Definitely a lot of goals. Again, I just want to preface that saving the $500 to complete a big goal wasn't just one big moment where I just saved that lump sum. It was small, consistent decisions every week. I stayed disciplined and I let it add up. And again, thank you so much for sticking around to the end. We made it to section 2. I'm very excited. As always, y'all, just remember to stay safe, to stay hydrated, and to continue to stay in prayer, because prayer works and God is always there with you. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.